The next program is to find the largest number in an array of 32 numbers. So let's see the array elements. So these are the array elements 44221133AA8899. So among all these array elements, which is the largest number? It is AAA. So this program is mainly used to find out that. So how will we find out? So we will make the comparisons, and whichever is the largest number, we are going to store it in a particular register. So let's start tracing this program. So area largest code read only. So this entire program is actually a code segment, code area, and the name of this code area is largest, and let's read only. So entry and start are the keywords to start the program. Now we have around 7 elements here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have to make around comparisons. So we will initialize it with 6. So we'll initialize a counter to 6. Starts from 0. So 0 to 6 for the comparisons. So this R5 will be acting as a counter. So as and when we are comparing, we are going to decrement. Initially, it will be loaded with 6. Now, LDR R1 comma equals value. So this, you know that equals value means this is the starting address of the array elements. So it's the address. So this is the array element. The starting address of this array element will be stored in value 1. So that particular address will be loaded to R1. So R1 right now is holding the starting address of the array. Now let's take that particular address and we'll take the contents present in that address. So what is the content present in that first address? So it is actually 4444. So this content 4444 will be loaded to R2. And after that, the address will be incremented by 4. You have seen pre-index with write back, pre-index and post-index. This is a post-index. What we do first, we take, it's in the square bracket. So we will take the contents of the memory address. So R1 is holding the address. The content of that memory address is loaded to R2. And later that address is increased by 4. So this instruction will be pointing to the next address. That is, it will be pointing to the next particular address. It is pointing to this data. So now R4, so R2 is loaded with 444. Let's go to the next instruction. So loop is a label. We will see. Right now we are not executing that loop. Let us see the next statement. LDR R4 comma R1 comma hash 4. So as I said, right now R1 is pointing to the next address, that is 222. So this content, it is pointing to this content. So this content 222 will be loaded in this instruction. 222 will be loaded to R4. And later R1 will be pointing to the next address. So in the next address means, in the next address, what is the content present? 111. So right now we are not going to use it. So now what is the content available? Here R2 will be holding the first element, R4 will be holding the second element. So R2 will be holding the first element and R4 will be holding the second element. Somewhat the comparison comes like this, R2 and R4. So we are going to now compare whether the R2 content is greater than R4. That is how we are going to check it out. So we will go to the next statement. Compare R2 comma R4. So compare R2 comma R4. So what are we doing? We are comparing whether this element is greater than this element. So when you do comparison, it will affect the flags. So definitely if R2 is higher than the second element, so BHI means branch if the first number is higher than the second number, means R2 is holding the first number, R4 is holding the second number. Whether R2 is greater than R4, that is checked by this instruction. If it is greater, then you're going for loop 1. Means we want to, we will not do any swappings if the number is greater. So we will straight away go for loop 1. So what is loop 1? What are we doing here? We are going to decrement the counter because the first comparison is over. So initially it was 6, now it will become 5. Okay, then compare if R5, compare R5 and 0. Is 5 equal to 0? No, it is not equal to 0. So if it is not equal, come back to loop. Once again, we'll come here. Now, once again, what we are going to load, LDR R4 comma R1 comma hash 4. Means now I told you previously, R1 is holding the next memory address. That is, it was pointing to this particular data. Now that contents will be loaded to R4. So how it will be? So you're seeing 1 is loaded to R4. R2 is just the same because R2 will always hold the largest element. So this one you have to keep in mind. R2 register will always hold the largest element. So now, so we'll compare R4 and R2. Yes, it is greater than 444 is greater than 111. So what we have to do? We have to decrement the counter. So if it is higher, we are coming to loop 1 and we are going to subtract. And if yes, it is not equal to 0, again we'll go back. And now again we'll load this R4 with another element. That is the next data. What is it? 333. So 333 is here. We'll compare again R2 and R4. Is it 444 greater than 333? Yes. So counter gets decremented. Again, we'll do the comparison like this only. 444 with AAA. So when we do the comparison right now, R2 and R4, R2 is 444, R4 is AAA. So R2 is not higher than R4. So this condition will fail. So what we will do in that case, whatever was there in R4 will move to R2. So what are we doing? So whatever the content was there in R4, we'll push it to R2. And we will continue the search. So in short, R2 will always hold the largest element. Suppose R4 is holding a larger element, then that number will be pushed to R2 only. Again, we will do comparison like this only with R4. In this, which is greater? A is greater. So there will be no swapping. Counter is decremented. Again, A will be compared with the next element, which is greater. A, again the counter gets decremented. Finally, it is 0. And once the counter becomes 0, what is happening? When once the counter, let's see here, when once the counter becomes 0, it is coming out of the entire loop. Now what we'll do, you know very well the R2 is holding the largest number. You can check it there itself whether the R2 is holding the largest number in the array. If not, you can also put it into a memory and you can check there also. You have two options. So if you want to store it in a memory, take the result. Result is another variable. So where is result declared? So after this array elements, you're seeing here, after this array element declaration, what are we doing? We are declaring one more variable called as result DCD 0x0. So we doesn't know, means initially it is initialized with 0. Now what we can do, we can, again we are storing that address into R4. So address of this variable result will be stored in R4 and the contents present in that particular R4. Okay. Now to that particular address, we have to load the actual data. Where is the actual data? The final result is present, the largest number, it is present in R2. That we have to put it into that memory. So we are making use of store instruction. So all of you know store instruction will take the contents from the register into the memory location. So R2 is holding the largest number, that is pushed on to R4. So R4 is actually holding the memory location. In this way, the largest number can be stored in the memory as well. Now, whatever we discussed so far is the largest number, finding out the largest number. Now, this finding out the smallest number, this everything is the same except one change, that is program to find the smallest in an array. Everything is just the same except only one condition you have to change. That is when you're comparing R2 and R4, instead of branch higher, we will be using branch if lesser. So let's analyze with this particular example. Same logic, R2 and R4. So what we do, R2 will be loaded with 444 and the next number is 222. We'll compare 4 and 2. If this is smaller than, the R2 is smaller than R4, there will be no swapping. If it is not, means when if R2 is not smaller than R4, then what we do, we take the R4 content and we load it to R2. And then we will go with the next memory location. We'll compare 222 with the 111. Which is smaller? 111. So we will swap it to R2. And we'll point to the next memory location, 333. We'll do the comparison. So parallelly, we'll be decrementing the counter. Now, which is smaller? 111 is smaller. When you compare this to again, 11 is smaller. Again, 11 is smaller. 11 with 99, again 11 is smaller. So the smallest number in that particular array is 11111, and that is stored in R2. So this is a small change you have to do it in the program. Rest all is the same. Same logic, you can store it in the register or you can put it into a memory location and you can verify it.